And yes, it is EDC time yet again. Guys, I love my job. I love the opportunity to try cool things out, knives, guns, flashlights, and all of this regarding survival and preparedness. I also love doing the analysis of political, social, economic things as well. But there is something about EDC that always brings a smile to my face, like, yeah, I have so many of them, but one more would not hurt. And yeah, that's going to be this case, guys. This is going to be a quick review of the Olight i3T2 EOS. Now, fair warning for anyone wondering, no, this was not sent to me by Olight. In fact, I am waiting for a couple lights from Olight that they said they would be sending me, but this one I bought myself. And no, it will not change my opinion. Doesn't matter if I paid for it myself, if it was sent to me for reviewing. I just give my honest take on what I see that I have here. And yeah, in general, Olight is a good brand. You know, this is a quality flashlight brand, and they make good products and they take care of it. They make sure the reputation is solid. Now, of course, the Phoenix and Dragon in the room is that not tactical at all? That is as shiny as fuck. Yes, it is. And I love it. I mean, I have so many black. How many black flashlights do I need? How many? They're all black, right? Barely some of them are maybe some titanium in there, maybe a little bit of color here and there, but usually all pretty much dull black. And every once in a while you get something cool like this. So yeah, I thought, yeah, what the hell, I'll just buy it. So I'll leave the link below if you want to buy it, or if you want to buy the black standard model or some other color that they have. This is still very much a very nice Olight i3T2 EOS. That is the second generation of the i3T EOS that we've seen before. This is actually the stainless steel version. This is a nice one. This is also very heavy. The clip has been brought up so as to be more pocket deep. I don't know if that's really necessary. I mean, it's not something that, oh, you have a flashlight, sir. But anyway, they do go for a little bit of a more pocket, a deep pocket carry, and it's still the clip that goes both ways, so you can hold it like in a cap, in a baseball hat or whatnot. So super well thought out, functional. It's a model that's been around for a long time. Now, before we go more into this, and yes, when they have the ones that they bring, when they send me the ones from Olight, I will be reviewing those as well. One of the things that differentiates normal people from survivalists, from preppers is, yeah, normal people will usually have a wallet, a cell phone, keys, and so on. But if you are a prepper, if you are a survivalist, if you're a like-minded individual, you will also have a knife, you will probably have a concealed carry, and you will definitely have a flashlight. Now, of all those, the thing that I believe most survival experts agree on is, if you're going to have one thing for an emergency, statistically speaking, in terms of odds of you actually needing something, the flashlight is one of the things that is most likely to be not only helpful, but may end up saving your life because of signaling, because of showing where you are. Now, I feel very strongly about always having a nice knife with me. I actually have two. I have my multi-tool and I have a folder on the other pocket. Now, this is a CRKT. This is a damn looking knife. This is a very fine looking knife. Beautiful, classic tactical folder, but a great knife too. Yeah, this will, I will leave links for all of these things, and if it's not exactly the same thing, the closest thing I find in Amazon, especially for this holiday season. And by the way, if you want to learn more about survival and preparedness, you have the channel with a ton of information. You also have my books, Street Survival Skills and Surviving the Economic Collapse, as well as Bugging Out and Relocating. Those are all available in the links there below in Amazon. If you want to buy them, you can get them for this holiday season, for Christmas, given away as presents, or if you have them already and like them, leave a review. That's also super helpful, guys. If you've been a subscriber to the channel for a while now and you want to show your support, leaving a review is definitely something that helps out a lot, especially with all of the publishers, the big publishers having, well, they buy those. Yeah, and Amazon doesn't seem to care one bit. But hey, us little normal guys, we just get by with you, our supporters, the people that are behind on the other side of the YouTube world. Yeah, so having this is the kind of thing that becomes very useful on normal daily stuff. You use a knife all day. You use a knife every single day of your life, right? You cut food, you prepare food, and so on. Every once in a while, you open an Amazon box. You bought my book, and you have to open it. Oh, you bought a case for all of your friends and family. You got a case of 16 books, and it's delivered in a nice, tidy box, and you have to open it up. Well, that's probably all you'll use your knife for. Fingers crossed, that's all you'll ever need. But if there's an instance in which you have to defend yourself and you have someone on top of you, you're fighting, you don't have your gun for whatever reason, but this is all you have, you can use this in a very effective manner in one of the more dangerous, one of the more complicated, dangerous situations you find yourself in your life. This can be a lifesaver too, right? We're talking about a knife. It is the quintessential survival item. But in the world in which we live, there's also the almighty flashlight. Now, I'm from an older generation. I remember that solitaire, is it solitaire? The tiny single AAA mag light, those things sucked so bad, and still that was all we had. It was a incandescent little light bulb that burned on its own every couple of batteries that you used, and light was terrible. It was like 2 lumens for 15 minutes, something insane like that. These days, damn it, we have it so good you wouldn't believe. But here you go. This is an item that you have in your pocket all day long. You barely even notice it. Again, I like the shiny. This is more of it seems kind of corny, but I think it's something about the Chinese people that they like the gold thing, phoenix and dragons. I dig it, man. I think it's cool. At least it's different, as I was saying before. But again, it is just a flashlight. You will use it for whenever you drop something under your desk, when you're going into the parking lot and it's a little bit darker, when it's at night and you're walking back and you don't want to step on something that you don't want to be stepping on. Whatever the reason may be, you will use this all the time. You will probably use it more than this. Depends on the lifestyle that you have, the kind of circumstances you often find yourself in. But this is a very nice flashlight all around. You have low lumens, you have the low mode, and you have the high mode. But not only are you going to be using it for the normal thing, in which probably you're going to be using the low mode, which is the default one first, the most. This is something that in some of the worst case scenarios, and look at what's happening in Spain right now, the flooding. There's people that were hanging from a tree for over a day, all night long. People with stories you wouldn't believe. And signaling with this, that is a lifesaver. This can save your life in a situation like that. This can save your life if you need to make your position notice after a disaster, after a car crash. They're looking for you, but there's some thick bush because on the side of the road it was overgrown. Something like this may make your position notice for those that are looking for you. Yes, I would often suggest combining it with something like that. A little whistle, little red light that is very visible, whistle. This is something that will be a lot more effective than shouting, screaming. Think about the water. Think about the massive amount of water running. The sound of that thing. You're literally stuck in a river. Rivers tend to be quite loud when they're running as fast as that. And this is the thing that may end up saving your life. Collapsed structures, earthquakes, subway incident. You have to walk out of the subway because there was a problem. Whatever the case is, if it's dark, it's a parking lot for security. I need a little bit more lights. I need to make my position notice. I need to see over there because I want to check if there's someone waiting for me. It's happened before as well. Things that happen all the time. The flashlight is an underestimated survival tool in so many cases, right? Yeah, I sold you on that, didn't I? Yes, of course, because I believe in this. I know what I'm talking about. I research these things. I've been doing this for a long time, guys. It's not my first rodeo. I know how useful this can be in a number. I remember once I had a car problem in the middle of the highway. We had to walk back a certain distance. I remember that I appreciated having my work boots with me. These were like solid boots. I don't use those anymore. I go with more of a hiking, but even hiking boots would have been fine, or hiking shoes. Yeah, hiking boots were even better because it was on the side of the road, more grass, and a lot of the broken glass and trash and so on. So I was carrying one of my kids, but I had the flashlight, and with the flashlight, I had a much greater chance of not being hit by a car just by making my position notice. Just illuminating where we were walking and shining it on the side. You make your position notice, and that saves you from nothing too spectacular. You're not signaling the rescue guys from a chopper in the middle of a flood, but you're just avoiding getting hit by a car, which has very much the same results if it ends up happening, right? And in terms of how nice this light is, let's actually check this out. So you see, as you would expect from Olight, it's a very nice hot spot. It has no artifacts, no rings, nothing. No matter how close or how far you get, very clean light as we would expect. Same for the hot spot for the high mode. Very, very nice, very clean. It's not a huge thrower, but it's one of these concentrated focus things. It's surprisingly nice for its size in terms of how well it throws. So yeah, that is very much appreciated. Let's check out the rest of these specs that we have here on the side of the box. So it's going to be high mode, 200 lumens. God damn it. You know what? I remember when having a Surefire tactical flashlight, that was 100 lumens. And you were happy about having your Xenon Surefire with the CR with 123A batteries, lithium batteries. Now they do this with a little shitty battery you get from a remote control for the TV. So 200 lumens, and then it falls back to 100 lumens so as to not overheat. And so 7 minutes of 200 lumens, and then it goes into 28 minutes of 100 lumens. That is very nice for high mode. And this has a throw of 62 meters. That's probably very generous, but that's that. Then you have low mode, 5 lumens, 21 hours, 10 meters, 21, almost a full day of doing this. Imagine you have to signal. This is a lot more visible than you think. A lot more visible in the pitch dark, middle of the night, no light whatsoever. There's a lot more visible than you think. And if you see them, you can go into the higher mode, right? Oh, but I'm missing a strobe mode. Yeah, the strobe mode is nice, but there's a lot of people that will say that they don't like having to dig through a bunch of different modes. And this is simple. This is nice, clean, simple. It's a great little flashlight. I really like it, and I fully recommend it. I think it's a great idea. Olight model i3T2 EOS. If you have the older model, is it worth upgrading to? I don't know, man. Probably not. They're very similar. This is very heavy, though. I like the stainless, but god damn it, this is a brick. It's almost like twice as heavy as this one. I don't know what it is about it, but, well, I know what it is. It's a steel, but it must be super thick. So very rugged, no question about that. And the light it's very similar, right? So you have a little bit more runtime. You have a little bit more brightness, I believe. Maybe there, kind of. I don't know. Interesting there. But you're going with a more, if you're buying one now, yes, the newer version is more efficient, and I think it's even brighter. I don't remember the stats for this one. You can go check those out, but it definitely has a longer runtime, and it is gold, and it has a dragon and a phoenix. How could you possibly go wrong? Folks, that's gonna be all for now. I'll leave a few suggestions there in the description of the video for some potential stalkers, the thing you throw in the big sock for Christmas. Well, those are, what's it called? Let me know in the comments. What's it called? Like not stalkers, stuffers. Anyway, the little gifts that you throw, these would make the nice ones, given how tiny, and usually it's not terribly expensive, and money is definitely something you wanna look into and not go over. But how can you go wrong with these things? For the money, what, 20, 30 bucks? I don't remember exactly how much it is, but for 20, 30 bucks, you get something that, if you don't have an EDC light, it is a thing. I get comments often from people that watch the channel, follow me on Instagram. By the way, also links there below. I get a lot of comments from people that say, oh, I started carrying a flashlight. This is super useful. Maybe even more so than people that are surprised by how useful a knife can be. See you on the next video, guys. Take care.